Radomir questioned everything that I did. That was part of the training. Why are you doing that? Why are you making that this way? Why are you moving that way? Why are you bending here? Why is your foot left when it should move right? And it wasn't that he was criticizing always because I was doing something wrong. What he was doing was making sure that I was always present, that I knew what I was doing and why I was doing it. Now that is a quality that has helped me in everything that I've done.
Let's go. Hit with your hips. Bravo. Bravo.
Show myself I'm the best.
And how you can show yourself you're the best?
To try. To win.
No, don't give me try now.
To win.
You go and you win. Clear to you?
Yeah. Yes.
If you do your best, you will always win. And whenever you do your best, you always win. That's it. Please have that mentality. Now relax, look around, smile if you want. But when you come on the line, you only have one thing in your head, and that is?
To show myself I'm the best.
That's too long. Only one thing, and it is?
To win.
Thank you.
I was never sick in my life. And he told me that, you cannot go on like that. You're going to die, you're overweight, you're over this. And I says, Radomir, I cannot come. I start coming 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, in cold weather and everything. He was always for me there. And one day, I think 4 years ago, as I speak today, 4 years ago, I was almost diagnosed that I have a cancer in my lungs. I was, coughing. I changed the doctor, I went to another doctor, and the other doctor sent me to hospital, diagnosed sarcoids. I said, I'm going to use one more. I'm going to go and tell Radomir. He says, I think they think that I have cancer. Good, he says to me, very good. He says, and we mean very good. I says, I have cancer. Very good. He says, now I have you. He says, you don't take any medicine. You give me 1 month, Radomir told me. And I went through hell. I went with meditation, Japanese, with all kind of crazy things, which I didn't believe in that. I didn't believe. He started coming in the morning. He says, where are you? When I'm coming out from my bed coughing, he says, why are you with spirit like that? You don't cough, he says. You don't do that, he says. We're going to start from lemons. And he started giving me 2 lemons. I was drinking lemons like 10 lemons, 15 lemons. I couldn't touch a lemon. Lemons. I changed my diet. He used to come in the morning, make me breakfast. A man making me breakfast. I felt in my heart that he really is giving his life. And one day I stopped coughing. I went to this doctor, I went to the hospital. They said, what happened? And I told him about this man. He says, let's meet him. And I told Radomir, he says, Radomir, you can make money. Go meet, you just... He says, sir, that's the way. He says, sir, I have not a money man, he says. I don't do that for money. You are a good friend of mine, and I did from my heart to you and to your children.
No. I cannot cure nothing. I can do nothing. All I can do is this. To ask a person, is there anything that motivates you in your life? What's that? Good. What do you think that happened in your past that causing negative thoughts and hatred of yourself? Would you mind to write it down? Only what I can do is to direct the thoughts and be there supporting that direction, new direction, with the breathing exercise, with the meditation, with different nutrition, with a different way of thinking, because the way we think is the way we are. By changing the way of thinking, we are going to change everything. I cannot do nothing.
You just be a beautiful human being, free of all this nonsense, forced to become one more consumer, to buy one more shirt, one more pants, one more shoes, one more this, one more that.
Radomir comes from a large family, which he still helps to support. In the past 14 years, he's brought more than 20 children from the former Yugoslavia and sponsored them in their training and education.
Get closer, get closer, get closer.
Here's a man who would turn down $1 million for contracts to do Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola or things because it wouldn't meet his philosophy, because he cannot betray himself.
Don't go like this. You run. Pop, 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 and you go before you make. big one. Oh!
On the weekends, he runs a judo clinic, which he does free of charge just because he loves children. The reality is that New York City is a very, very expensive place to live. And so what he does in the evening is he is essentially a bouncer at a nightclub. And sleep deprived, he'll show back up at work at White the very next day, and he'll do this Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night.
Night job, please don't call it night job. Yeah, it is a job, it is suffering, but better call it night college. When night comes, something magically happens in people and everybody opens and reveals all that wealth, emotional wealth or pain or suffering, which they hide all day long. And each of my customers, each person that I see and at work are my best teachers.
I met Radomir about 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago. I met him at O-Bar. It's a club in 58th Street. And it's a club that, I come from Iran. My native language is Persian. And I used to go, that was our hangout place. Every time I was at O-Bar, he told me a lot of things that I would never, ever talk about with anyone. So slowly, he became like a mentor to me.
Okay, good. Now, by knowing now yours and theirs, you decided to be on your own, yes? Which is very beautiful. Now, you tell me, what are you going to do as your own?
My goal
yes.
is being in here. Radomir was something so different from what I had lived. I was very sheltered, and everything is very based on materialistic things. I was always told where to go, how to be dressed. Everything was like very, very told, So it became to a point that I didn't know what was reality. He tells you the truth, and if you want to accept it, because some people don't like the truth, they stay away from it.
The husband will like you to go to his home, to be the part of the mother's kingdom. But for you, this is disaster. For any wife, this is disaster. If you want to have your own...
Slowly, I came to understand that I'm a good person, that I have good, morals, that I have to hold on to it. If I have good morals, I have to have good beliefs, and I have to hold on to them and fight for them. One thing I learned from Radomir is how to fight and how to be strong, how to survive.
One of the most important things that he said, and he said it to Abe, was that your enemy is your friend because he will teach you to work on your weakness. And Radomir felt that the street represents enemy, home represents friend and security. And the way I sort of feel about Radomir is that he is home disguised as street to make you smarter and make you tougher.
I've been working with Radomir about 2 years now. And at first, it was going a lot more slowly. I didn't work out with him so regularly, but, it's a little bit oppositional. But over time, I came to enjoy it more.
Okay, give me my gloves back. Thank you very much, sir.
Check inside before you put them on.
Don't worry at all. It's my pleasure to have your bacteria on. I'm not scared of your dirt. I'm not scared of your bacteria, my friend. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Abe. Abe, don't be late for testing. Let's go.